All right, let's dive in. Today we are talking about Aquastation. And listen, this isn't just some random dot on a star map. No way. This world is the absolute heart of galactic power, wealth, and, you guessed it, a whole lot of intrigue.
Get this, we're talking about a population of over 100 million people. I mean, that's a bustling world, absolutely teeming with life, but it's also simmering with a ton of ambition.
But here's the catch, right? That huge population, it hides a really stark reality. On Aquastation, where you're born, pretty much decides your entire life. Not everyone gets a ticket to the top. And that, right there, is the central conflict we're gonna break down today. So, to really get what's happening on Aquastation now, we've gotta go back. We have to look at its past, which is, let's just say, very prestigious. This is not just some backwater planet, it's a cornerstone of galactic history.
So why is it so powerful? Well, its dominance isn't built on just one thing. It's got a strategic chokehold on pretty much all the galaxy's most important assets. First off, it's the richest economy out there, period. It was also the very first inhabited planet to be officially chartered, so it has that historical clout. And get this, it possesses the largest water reservoirs.
Okay, so the big question is, how does one planet get that ridiculously wealthy? It's not just a lucky break, not at all. It comes down to a complete and total monopoly on the single most important resource in the entire galaxy. In that resource, it's called Liffy. Now, don't just think of it as cash, it's way more than that. It's like the operating system for the entire galactic economy. And the rule is simple. If you control the Liffy, you control literally everything.
And this is where their power goes from strong to absolute. Liffy can only be grown on Aquastation's 3 moons, with Lunaris being a key one. That's not just a competitive edge, you know? That is a total, unbreakable stranglehold on the galactic economy. And all that money, it buys a whole lot of political power, which is why they have such a powerful seat in the Intergalactic Treaty Organization, the IGTO. And this concentration of power isn't just a galactic thing, it's happening right there on the planet. Check this out. One single company, JD Industries, supplies 90% of the power to the capital city, Eldora. Let that sink in for a second. 90%. When one entity can literally flip the switch on an entire megacity, that's not just energy, that is absolute terrifying leverage.
Okay, so you've got all this wealth, all this power. Who's pulling the strings? Well, you can forget about democracy. Aquastation is run by a system of complete, unshakable top-down control.
And if you want proof of just how absolute this monarchy is, look no further than this rule. I mean, just think about it. Calling King Shalimaan by his name, without the proper honorifics, that's not just a faux pas, it's a punishable crime. That one little detail tells you everything about the mix of reverence and, let's be honest, fear that this regime runs on.
And the physical symbol of all that power, it's right here, the Kairian castle. This isn't just some government building. It's a colossal pyramid-shaped fortress that just looms over the capital, Eldora. The design is anything but subtle, right? It's built to intimidate, to scream strength, and to be a constant looming reminder to every single citizen of exactly who is in charge.
So how does the government actually work? Well, it's brutally simple, really. You've got King Shalimaan at the very top. He's the absolute ruler. He tells the high-table nobles what's what. They all get together at the yearly meet to make it official. See what's missing there? Yeah, the public. There's zero input from the people. Laws and policies flow in one direction, down, and there's no arguing about it.
And how do they enforce this will? Well, the regime has 2 main arms of control. First, you have the marshals. These are the heavy hitters, the military, the elite enforcement, and their loyalty is to the Kairian regime and nothing else. Then, for the day-to-day stuff, you've got the civil law enforcers. They're known on the street as the policia, and they answer directly to the monarchy. Between the two, control is absolute.
But here's the thing, a system this rigid, it's bound to have some deep cracks under the surface. For all its incredible wealth and power, Aquastation is really a planet of extremes. It's defined by this huge, uncrossable chasm between the people who have everything and the people who have nothing. The population is pretty much split between 2 main clans. You've got the Cairo clan, who are the majority, and then you've got the Roobie clan, who are the minority. But believe me, this is about way more than just numbers. And this is where those numbers become a harsh reality. The Cairo clan, they're not just the majority. They are the absolute ruling class. They control all the politics, all the money, and they live in the gleaming heart of Eldora. The Roobie clan, meanwhile, gets pushed to the very bottom of the social ladder, forced to live in these massive, sprawling slums they call the favela. We're talking about two completely separate worlds existing on the same planet, divided by a massive wall of privilege.
And the city of Eldora itself is just a breathtaking monument to this division. It's this giant mega-city with skyscrapers that pierce the clouds and these insane megastructures. It's a shining symbol of Cairo wealth and power. But just try to imagine. Imagine you're living in the favela, and you look up and see that every single day. That glittering city wasn't built for you. It's a constant, painful reminder of the world you're locked out of.
But what if the entire foundation of this society is built on a lie, or at least on forgotten truths? Because beneath the shiny surface of this rigid world, there are secrets, a history that somebody worked very hard to erase, and a prophecy that could change absolutely everything.
So here's what we know. Sometime after humanity colonized the Milky Way, something catastrophic happened. They call it the Great Silence. All communications just stopped, went dark. History was basically erased. It was like a forced reboot for civilization. Humanity was plunged into a new dark age, and they had to rebuild everything they had from just memories. Think about that.
But in this vacuum of lost knowledge, one thing survived: the Prophecy Stone Tablet. This is the oldest object ever found on Aquastation, and it tells of a messianic prophecy, a figure who will come. Now, this isn't just some old story. It's a prophecy that carries huge cultural and political significance. So you have to wonder, what if the key to their entire future is locked away in a past that nobody can even remember?
And you start to see a pattern here, right? Knowledge is something to be controlled. The current regime runs the Nambia Research Center, a top-secret underground lab for who knows what kind of experiments. And this just mirrors the past, where only men of royal blood were even allowed to access books. Both then and now, the motto is the same: knowledge is power, and on Aquastation, that power is kept under lock and key.
So that's where we land. You've got this world of incredible power, but it's built on a foundation of extreme poverty. It's haunted by history that's been erased and a prophecy that hangs over everything. So the real question isn't, is Aquastation powerful? Of course it is. The real question is it stable? Is this a superpower that's built to last? Or is it a powder keg just waiting for a single spark to set it all off?